Dear buddies, hope you're doing fine and your studies are in full swing. So, this is a 40 days rough plan for our upcoming May 26th exam for the subject auditing. So, this plan is based on an assumption that you have studied auditing or you have attended the classes or you have gone through the subject auditing, and it is basically a revision plan wherein I will be guiding you day wise, like chapters which have to be taken and how many days to allot, etc. This is prepared on a basis that you will spend around 3 hours for auditing. So you can change this plan according to your, if you're going to spend a day 6 hours for auditing, then another day you need not study auditing. Okay, so let's start. So starting with today is March 7th when I'm posting this video. So starting with tomorrow. Okay, let's not delay. Starting with tomorrow, which is March 8th. 8th March. Okay. So 8th March, we will start with chapter number 5, which is audit evidence, chapter number 6, completion and review, and chapter number 7, which is reporting. So these chapters we can take roughly around 4 days. Now, why did I select these chapters first? Because chapter number 5 and 6 are the basic standards which we have covered for the CA intermediate. And chapter number 7, of course, we have 700 series. In that, you have to study, concentrate more on drafting. They can ask you to draft the opinion para, emphasis of matter para, other matter para. Okay, so you can allot roughly around 4 days for these three chapters, which is chapter number 5, audit evidence, chapter number 6, completion and review, and chapter number 7, reporting. And in chapter number 7, one of the advices, there are some sections. Company audit, as such chapter, we don't have right now in the final syllabus, but we have some sections in chapter number 7. And be careful with Caro. Hey, Caro has 21 clauses. Be thorough with the 21 clauses. There is an easy way to learn Caro. We can group Caro. You can refer my YouTube video. So once you finish these three chapters, roughly around 4 days. Okay, so it will be around 12th March. Now going with the other chapters, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. Again, these are essay related chapters, standards on auditing. Chapter 2, responsibilities of auditors, like essay 240, 250, 260, 299, 402. Eda essay 402. Link it with essay E 3402. Then chapter 3, planning, essay 300, 600, 610, 620, 520, 540, 450. Then chapter number 4, regarding materiality, risk assessment, internal control. Therein you have various topics such as risk-based audit, internal control framework, risk assessment, etc. So these three chapters, you might take a little more time. So I've allotted around 5 days for this. Okay. Now, once you finish this, it's roughly around 16th of March. Now, be careful with the topic internal control. It's a topic which many of these students feel, very dry or no, they might omit. So be careful. Internal control framework, COSO, COBIT, SOX, etc. And there are some essays from intermediate also, like essay 330, 315. Be careful, revise that well. So, yes, one thing which I strongly believe is revision should happen with the studies and not after studies. I repeat, buddies, revision should happen with the studies and not after studies. Why? Totally, we have in CA final, as per our ICA material, 19 chapters. Am I right? If you're going to study all the 19 chapters or say 15, 16 chapters, then start your revision. By the time you start revising, after completing the entire syllabus, the first chapter which you have studied, you might have forgotten. So I feel revision should happen with the studies and not after studies. So once you've completed these two tasks. I will put this as task number 1. I will put this as task number 2. Once you have finished these two tasks, please, please, please allot 2 days for revision mandatorily. But your mind will say, ma'am, let's finish the portion. We have so much portion spending. Guys, unless you can retain in your mind, studying will not be useful for the exam. So please spend time, allot time for revision. So in my plan, I've allotted 2 days exclusively for revision. Revising of what? Revising the chapters which you have already completed, which is nothing but these chapters, which we have done in task 1 and 2. Okay, after revision, it's around 19th of March. Now going to the hero chapter, which is chapter 19, which is professional ethics. And along with that, I've combined a very small chapter, chapter 1, quality control. Ma'am, why don't we go like this? 1, 2, 3, 4, like that chapter order. See, why I've put like this. If you see examination question in our exam, CA final exam, question number 1 will have 3 subparts usually. Subpart A, maybe it is from essay. Subpart B, maybe it is from professional ethics. Subpart C, maybe it is from NBFC audit. So when you study also in the plan, we can also mix it. We'll study essay, we will study professional ethics, we will study other topic also. So don't be in the comfort zone. First, we will finish all essay, then only other topics, then only PE. PE means professional ethics. So I feel since the examination question, they ask mixed. You understood? Like, say for example, question number 2. Again, they will ask A, B, C, 3 subpart. A will be from standards, of course. B will be from advanced standards, which is some SRS. And C will be from internal audit, which is an other audit. So that's why I've put the plan mixed. Okay. So I've lost my flow. Where were we? We were in March 19th. So going with chapter number 19, which is professional ethics, for which you need minimum 3 days to 4 days. And quality control, chapter 1, it's very simple. We can finish in 1 day. It's a revision planner. So 5 days. Be careful. Prepare a misconduct list. Now there are 35 clauses, 35 clauses. Then in professional ethics, when you study, no clerk, non-compliance of laws and regulations, don't forget to link it with essay 250. Then in chapter number 1, you can always compare essay 220 with SQC. So when you get a question in the exam, you should be able to identify whether it is SQC or essay 220. So I've allotted 5 full days because of this main chapter, chapter 19, professional ethics. It's a high weighted chapter, around 20 marks. So do it properly. After that, it's like 24th of March. Now we will go with some advanced chapters such as chapter 8, which is essay 800 series, and chapter 13, which is consolidated financials or group audits. Now, when you study group audit, link it with FR, Ind AS 110, Ind AS 28, etc. You link it. Okay, same. Chapter 8, just 3 essays, 800, 805, 810, and chapter 13, group audit. Both are comparatively manageable and length-less chapters. So 3 days I have allotted. Now, guys, as I've said earlier, revision should happen with these studies. So mandatorily take 2 days off to revise. Now, what to revise? Just spend maybe 1 hour or so to brush this chapters which you have completed in task 1 and 2. Just brush in chapter 5. Okay, 500, 501, 505, like that. Just brush through and revise these task 3 and task 4 well. So in these 2 days revision, you will revise task 1 and 2, just brushing up. You will revise task 3 and task 4 well in this revision. Now it's already March 29th, yeah. Now come on, come on, come on. Life is a race. Run, run, run. Now going to some other audit chapters like NBFC, bank audit, which is already heavy, um, combined with small other audit, which is PSU. When you study NBFC and bank, don't forget to compare, like provisions are there in bank, provisions are there in NBFC also. Do link and study. PSU is comparatively smaller chapter. So for that, I have allotted around, 4 days. Now it's April 2nd. Again, going to chapter 9, 10, 11. 9 is very small chapter, which is SRS. 10 is SAE and 11 is 10 is SRE and 11 is SAE. So chapter number 9, 10, 11, advanced standard, SRS, SRE, SAE. And once you finish, compare. In SRS, there are two standards, 4,400, 4,410. In SAE, three standards, 3,400, 3,402, 3,420. SRE, two standards, 2,400, 2,410. Compare. Okay. In SRE, you give up moderate assurance limited. In SRS, no assurance. In SAE, it may be reasonable or moderate. So have a proper comparison. In class, we have done properly that. So by then, it's already 4 days over with that. So now it's this date, April 5th. Now spend mandatorily 2 days for this. What revision? What will you revise? You will revise task 5 and 6 well, plus brush through task 1, 2, 3, 4. Ma'am, you are saying like this. Is it possible? Yes, guys, it is possible. Put your mind. I'm just asking you to brush through. You have revised it already 2 times in the study plan. So it will be there in your mind. In class, we have set strategies to revise. We have prepared also. Okay. Now, after revision, it's like April 7th over, April 8th. Moving to the other balance chapters, which is chapter 16th and 17. 16 is internal audit, 17 investigation, due diligence, forensic, accounting. In chapter number 16, essay 610 is there, and also section 138. Okay, so spend around 4 days for that. And last two topics. One is chapter 12, digital audit. Chapter 18, very small, emerging areas. In digital audit, there are a lot of technical terms to be remembered, like, cyber theft. There are a lot of technical terms, malware, spoofing, denial of services, all those technical terms, remember well, especially for MCQs. So here we are winding up by April 14th, but I know you might need 2 more days extra. So you can extend this plan by 2 more days. So by 17th of April, try to finish this. Exams is in May. So if you can finish this plan by 17th of April, the entire subject. Okay. So you will be on a comfort zone. Why? Still you have time for the May exam. You might need last 4 days for 4 or 5 days for FR paper. Still, if you can finish by April 17th, again you can revise. See, I'm not asking you to spend full day for auditing. I'm just asking you to spend 3 hours for auditing. So that depends upon how you feel. There are people who have exemptions in FR or exemption AFM. There are people who are studying for both groups. They have to adjust it accordingly. This plan will be available in my website. And last but not the least, let me emphasize one very important thing regarding the workout. Said and done, this plan will be successful provided you sit and do a workout. Workout means Ma'am, we have a question bank, we have ICA material. Well, very good. But reading will not be sufficient because in exam, we have to write. For you to write, you have to sit and practice. So students ask me, ma'am, isn't it waste of time? No, no, no. I can vouch and say, not from my own personal experience, but from the experience of students, especially those who have passed in the Jan 26, they will agree. I've posted YouTube video also, you can check it out. They will agree that the importance of workout that can definitely change the subject auditing marks from, from this expectation to this level, it can change. Okay. So please do workout. If you want any assistance for workout, you can refer to my website. The entire 54 hours workout video is available. And I can assure you one thing, once you do that workout video of, 50 hours, you will be able to attend the exam with more confidence. This I can say with confidence. So that's it, buddies. So I hope you understood this plan. This is a plan which I have prepared based on my judgment. You can change it according to your, if you want to spend a day more for auditing, you can do, or according to your convenience. So keep going, believe in yourself, trust in yourself, and we will be successful. Keep going.